I wish he would have stayed home, away from this cruel world that we live in. Dear reader, children shouldn't roam in this world alone, but we can't keep them in their nest forever. My son left his room one night to the enchanted chirping outside his window, and I knew what this was, but only from my years of studying this creature. You see, there is a monster that wanders around the globe, preying on innocent children, watching, waiting. I remember fondly. It was September 15th, 1983. That was the year my wife and I escaped the busy world of New York to live our lives in the country, North Dakota. We lived happily there for several years until I discovered my one true love, studying the seed eater. The seed eater is a disturbed bird-human creature that roams the forests, stalking children, abducting them to be part of the legend. On June 19th, 1987, I saw it sitting in my tree on my front lawn. I was in a daze when I saw it. My destiny beckoned to me. It said, "Follow it, love it, learn it." Around the same time, 2 weeks later, I woke to the strange tapping noise on my front window. I knew it was him. I ran out of the house to see it sitting in the tree, just staring into my eyes. I was about to cry from the majesty of it. I remember it telling me that it wanted my help. I would do anything for it. On April 3rd, 1988, the seed eater arrived at my window again. I was overjoyed. It said it was time, and I remember. You see, the seed eater devours children to keep itself alive, indulging in their youth to live forever. I remember the little boy. Oh, what was his name? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I remember going to his house and just simply knocking on the door at 4:29 a.m., but nobody would answer. I saw the bay window, and it was the boy's room. I went to tell the seed eater, just call him S.E. for now. He told me how to get his attention the next day. A couple of weeks went by, and the stench of the flesh was getting disgusting. Where was S.E.? The parents of the boy put up lost posters last week. I wonder why they didn't worry for the first 2 weeks. Oh well, I'm not concerned. On May 14th, 1988, the boy was nothing but bloated, rotting flesh, and S.E. was nowhere to be found. I guessed my services weren't needed. May 15th, 88, he came. He took the body and requested another. May 16th, 88, 6 kids killed, 6 kids devoured, 6 more requested. May 18th, 88. However, losing people makes me wonder. The killer monster seed eater came tonight. He said kids weren't doing the trick anymore. He wanted something bigger. If you're reading this, you may be the only hope of finding out the truth of this thing. In my room, there's a journal. On page 49, you'll discover how to take the life out of this monster. But he's had me under a tight death grip. I couldn't do it, but maybe you'll have more strength than me. Goodbye, everybody. I hope being eaten is what I brought onto myself. Okay, that was an interesting story for sure. Short one, and I thought it was alright. I think, I find it interesting, the seed eater as a creature, and how, like, there's this dad, I assume it's the dad, the main character, helping it out to, like, give it kids and stuff. I don't know if he's being, like, manipulated or something. I kind of wish the story went more in depth with, why the father was doing that, but, yeah, I thought it was alright. I guess my issue with it is that it's maybe not the best executed story ever. I didn't really feel too, like, scared or tense throughout the story, and I can't entirely explain to you why. I just wish it went about it maybe in a different way, maybe even from the mind of someone who's not crazy. Because, yeah, the main character was obviously kind of out of their mind. If you could see the text, the way the story was written, it's a lot clearer there. Obviously in a narration, the most I can do is just try to sound crazy, so I tried my best. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like it didn't really do much. It was like, oh, there's a scary monster, it eats kids to live forever, and there's a crazy guy helping it out. But then at the end of the story, the creature starts eating adults, and the dad gets eaten. But the dad also knows a way to defeat the Seed Eater, and you can go to his house and find his journal, and that'll help you kill it. You see, this would make a great plot for like a movie or a game, but as a story, I just don't know if it entirely works. It's not bad necessarily, but I don't know, I feel like I didn't really get a ton out of it. But with that being said, I hope you guys had fun with the narration, and please take care of yourselves and have a great day.